All right, so you already know what time it is. Once again, like, click, subscribe, do all that. We're going to do another Netflix joint. This one's a new one that just came out called Project Power. All right, and this one's basically about an ex-soldier, a teen, and a cop collide in New Orleans as they hunt for the source behind a dangerous new pill that grants users temporary superpowers. So our cast includes Jamie Foxx. We got Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. A new chick by the name of Dominic Fishback. You know what I'm saying? So she's cool. And special appearance by Machine Gun Kelly. So a little all-star lineup for you. So we got this guy in the movie. He's basically selling people pills or whatever. And his name is Biggie in the movie. They couldn't give this Mexican dude any other name but Biggie? Okay, sure. And there you go, Machine Gun Kelly cameo right there. You know what I'm saying? He's just I guess a local hustler in the movie, whatever like that. But that's pretty much what he does. So we got a homegirl, Dominic Fishback, in the movie. Her movie name is Robin. And she's been selling these pills on the street or whatever because, you know, they sell them on the streets like that. And she goes to school and her mom, and she's been saving up all this money selling pills. But the thing is, she's getting this money to get her mom has diabetes and stuff, and they're trying to pay for this operation so that her mom can have it. And that's pretty much her reasoning for selling. And here in the movie, you got Joseph. In this movie, he plays a cop, but he's just trying to do the right thing. And I guess their relationship, they're pretty much cool or whatever it is. I mean, they've known each other for a while, so they pretty much got a cool relationship, him and Robin. So that's where that goes. And now here enters Jamie Foxx. Now he's in some type of hood or something, but the thing is, he's looking for probably Machine Gun Kelly because he wants to find out answers about this drug and where it came from and who's doing the big supplying. So he breaks into Machine Gun Kelly's house. You know what I'm saying? This guy takes one of the pills and he basically turns into a flaming beast. So it's like, okay, now they're battling back and forth. Yeah, but let me get to the main focus of what Jamie Foxx is trying to accomplish. Jamie Foxx is looking for the head honcho of the people that made these pills because his daughter Tracy was kidnapped by the same people who were sponsoring this drug. So the reasons why have not been explained yet. Now this movie is supposed to take place in New Orleans. How do I know that? Because the cop's car says New Orleans Police. And my man Joseph wearing the Saints jersey. You know what I'm saying? He probably wanted to wear a Drew Brees jersey, but crazy things that have happened last month, he's probably his best interest not to. So it was like, okay, cool. And so as a policeman, he's trying to capture criminals and stuff like that, but he ends up taking one of these pills himself. And the superpower behind that is it stopped him from accumulating bullets. So like, as you see, this guy's about to shoot him, but he's still going to come back to life because that's the power of the pill that he swallowed or whatever. Don't worry, I'll attempt to explain the pill situation in a minute. So in this scene, Jamie ends up kidnapping Robin, but in hindsight, he really needs her help. So it's like to try to hunt down, you know, who's supplying these drugs and stuff like that. So obviously not the best way to ask for help, but you'll get it once you see it and roll along with it. So I am skipping a little bit ahead to the buyer scene. Now Biggie attempts to give this explanation about how these pills work. So basically, he starts talking about certain animals having certain reliability skills or survival skills to do certain things with their bodies. And the thing is, he's explaining that like each person has their own power that they can maintain depending on their structure or whatever the case may be. And yeah. And the explanation for this is like what we see earlier in the movie. Like Machine Gun Kelly takes this pill, he turns into flames. Gordon takes it, he's impervious to bullets. This other dude takes it, he becomes ridiculously strong. This one girl takes it in the scene. In the scene, she turns into straight ice. She's like thermonuclear or whatever. So it's like, yeah. And speaking of this scene, there's a couple things I want to talk about during that scene. So they were testing out this product inside of the lab, but then something went wrong with people shutting down certain things, and then her nuclear thermal power started taking over, but she was stuck inside of this bubble. And like for a good minute, they kept showing all the action going down outside of it from her perspective, like we were inside the bubble with them. I mean, it was kind of weird. I get what they were doing, but sure. Okay, so this lady Biggie was talking to earlier in the movie, so they made it seem like she was a big deal and was trying to get this product out or whatever. But like by the time this shootout thing happens, Jamie Foxx comes through there. She basically takes the briefcase, and then like all these people end up getting killed. But I think she got away. So I'm thinking to myself like, well, did they just forget about her? I mean, like she did confiscate a whole bunch of pills and stuff. So I was thinking to myself, was she important? But then as the movie goes along, she's basically just like a medium fish inside the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a bigger fish, there's a bigger thing in play here. So I was like, okay. So apparently this chick was really in charge of the operation, and I can't even think of what her name was because she came in within the last 30 minutes. So we'll just call her Linda or something. So basically, get to the submarine where they've been shipping off all these pills or whatever. And the reason why Linda is important is because this submarine is where they're holding Jamie Foxx's daughter, Tracy. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm about to tell you some important stuff about this movie. So spoiler alert, if you don't want to know, stop this right now. I'm going to tell you the reason why Tracy is so important. I mean, she's obviously important because that's Jamie Foxx's daughter. The reason she's so important to these people that kidnapped in the first place is because her DNA has the elements to where they were able to make these pills that contain superpowers in the first place. So, yeah, that's why she's so important to the cause. So again, these pills can so-called give superpowers, but the thing is about them, they haven't really been fully tested, and some people can overdose on them and die off them. So it's like they don't really know exactly what the ends meet or justify, but it's one of those things. Like you'd have to watch it to get it, and I'm still trying to figure it out, but you know. So at one point I thought it was about the law and people trying to upend it and try to get people to stop selling these pills or whatever. But then it became more so about a rescue mission. So it was like, okay, cool, he's trying to get his daughter back, and that's fine. But it was just like two different narratives running into each other. So I don't know. I mean, it was a decent movie. I mean, it was pretty good for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could just understand how the pill thing worked. I mean, yeah, they tried to explain it with the narrative about the animals and situations like that, but it wasn't really clicking on cylinders like that. But you know, it is what it is, and it works. Oh no, I say it's a good movie. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's on Netflix. It's still popping. It just came on there like 4 days ago. So Project Power. There you go. Like, click, subscribe, do all that. It's your boy Mr. And I'm out. Gordon said himself he wishes he could wear Drew Brees' jersey, but obviously he couldn't because of the controversy Drew Brees caused last month. So there you go.